What was the thing that made you, maybe want to hop on a call and made you feel like, okay, yeah, I think this might be the thing.
For me, I think it's the system that you had in place, and what you were talking about. It I feel like it resonated more to where I'm at in my journey. Um, for example, like focusing on the the services which at the time I thought were the main key things that would take me to where I need to be at. And having heard from someone else like you who just had a whole different narrative to everybody else, I think that's what just made me. I think that's just what clicked for me. Like, you didn't sound like you were selling yourself, and you didn't sound like you were saying the same thing as everybody else. Because one thing I did notice is there's like a little pattern from every agency owner, from your yeah, from all of them. I can't remember the names now. There's so much. There's so many people. There's so many channels I've been on, and
Yeah,
I tell you, it's the
it's
same.
the same
Like,
thing.
yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Don't know how to
because
say it, but yeah, you know what I mean.
yeah,
Like, it's
but
the
yeah,
same
because they're not doing it for educational purposes. They're doing it to attract people and to give people some kind of value. But they're copying. Okay, if this guy is really big and this is what he's sharing in his content, well, let me copy it and say the same thing, right? Like, oh, what are the top 20 services to sell as an agency owner, or what are the best email script and bullshit like that, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
literally. I mean, they're only trying to upsell and increase their,
their
the
views and
amount of people that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So that's what I noticed. Like, with you, you were just being real, man. Like, you were just keeping it real, and
Yeah.
you weren't really like sugarcoating anything. And there wasn't any reason why, like, there wasn't any reason that would have given me like an off kind of vibe from you. You said everything that I wanted to hear, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what sold it for me. Like, I felt like I was closed already before I hopped on the call. Like, I
Yeah.
was keen to get on board, and I already knew that it was going to be, like, should I say, like, it's not gonna, like, I already knew what I was up for, basically. Like, I wasn't thinking, oh yeah, it's gonna be smooth sailing from here. I just knew that, yeah, this is where the
Yeah.
work starts. Like, I had that
Exactly.
feeling. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And yeah, and that's what I've been waiting for, like someone to literally show me, like, yo, this is the reality of what you really got to face. Because everything else felt like a fairy tale. Like, it just felt like there was something missing
Yeah.
there, like they're painting you this picture of how lavish and how everything would be once you get into the the business, but it's
It's
not.
not. It's
No,
not.
nah, nah, it's
And
a
that's
whole
what
lot.
I fucking hate about this space. It's like people are like, "Oh yeah, start an online business, start making 10 grand per month." But it's like, come on, man. 10 grand a month is not really a lot of money, but even then, coming from like, a 9 to 5, or coming from someone who's never built a business before, you have to understand that even if it's making 2 grand per month, like it's still a lot of fucking effort, right?
Yeah,
Because you're
yeah,
finding literally strangers, you're converting them onto your services, onto a Zoom call. They don't know you, they don't like you, they don't care about you. But not even that, you have thousands of other people trying to get them to do the same things. Like, what sets you apart, It's a lot
yeah,
of work, right? So that's why for me, like our program, I don't even try to make it cheap, because like I don't want anyone who's afraid of the work, because the money is the easy part. Paying and just, that's the easy part. It's what comes after you've paid, man. It's a lot of fucking work, and you need to be committed. But yeah, for me, that's
yeah,
what I like to just to represent. It's like if you're not afraid of the work, bro, this is going to be the most beautiful thing you've ever done, you know?
yeah, yeah. And it's good because you actually set that tone right from your contents as well. So it's like you are actually, sort of like prepping everyone for what they should expect. And no fancy, you know, like crap. I
Yeah,
was gonna swear, but yeah, no fancy whatever. Like, I'm saying,
yeah,
you have to keep it real, and that's
yeah,
the truth, really. And I guess, like, with that being said, yeah, you would attract the right kind of people when you are being real, because that's what I was looking for. I wasn't kind of looking for no like handout or anything or something that looks so simple. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. I must say, like your contents alone, I think are like really are helpful. Like it already shows like, whoa, like okay, this is what's really going on in terms of how you go about with client acquisition.
Yeah.
And then there's just that next step where it's like, okay, yeah, you come with us and this is what you can expect. Do you know what I mean? And for me, I mean, I already had an idea of what to expect coming, but it was even higher than, it was even much bigger than my expectation here,
Yeah.
because now I can see like, you know, I can see the face to the company, which is you, but
Yeah.
like now it's like this whole team of, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's amazing what you have, man. What you
Yeah.
built, to say, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. It takes a team, man. It's not just my face talking and always
Yeah,
cursing on YouTube. You know, it's a big team. Yeah, 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 man. Awesome, man. Beautiful. Yeah. Just wanted to hear because I like to know like how people actually, you know, the process that they go through to be before becoming a customer because
yeah.
yeah, it's just good to know like, you know, what exactly is working and what we're doing right. But cool, man. Awesome. So I think you signed up because you were also interested in the TikTok offer. Were you?
I was, yeah, yes, and I still am, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cool. Perfect. All right. But you said that before you signed up with it, before you learned about our TikTok thing, were you thinking of maybe launching another service?
Um, well, currently the service that I initially started off with was the social media management side of things,
Mm,
as well as paid ads for Facebook and Google.
yeah.
But then I started focusing a lot more on just paid ads itself, so just paid social ads as well as Google ads,
Yeah.
and I just wanted that to be my main service. Right until I heard about the TikTok service and everything else, which actually blew me away. So it's like I've kind of re-strategized again, and
Yeah.
now hoping to use the TikTok ads as my main service, and then having the Facebook and everything else as options, as
Yeah.
uh, yeah, as optional services. But in terms of how I'm, you know, prepping up and uh, strategizing my outreach at the moment, I'm actually
Mhm.
trying to gear it more towards TikTok. So I do want to just focus purely on TikTok and see how that goes. I know it's gonna be like it's kind of like the big fish for me because I've
Yeah.
never really like I never really thought I would be in a position where I'll start off with something so big, like aiming for my high tickets, and do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I initially wanted to start off small and just kind of work my way up, but
Yeah.
now it's
Yeah.
like, whoa, like you know, this. I mean, the TikTok offer just sounds amazing for me. Anyway, I've always wanted to get into TikTok and
Yeah.
understand how to walk around with the ads and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So it's amazing to see what we can offer like businesses out there, and you know, not to pay too much attention to the pricing of the service, but
Mhm.
more to the quality of the service. I think that's what appeals a lot for me.
Yeah.
uh, and and with the white label service with the likes of Amal as well,
Yeah.
it's really what he's got. You know, it's actually brilliant. I mean, the only challenging part is just, well, for me personally, I feel like, the it's just the pricing of it, but
It's the selling
that's
it. It's
me.
selling
Yeah,
it part. Yeah.
the selling of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
put it
Yeah.
that way. That because that's the only part that I'm yet to experience, because I've never been
Yeah.
on an actual call with a with an ad client or anything like that, as I'm yet to
Yeah.
have one. So I feel like, yeah, maybe that's because I feel a bit overwhelmed by that. But
Yeah.
again, I do love a challenge, so I'm like, yes, let's go
Exactly.
for it, let's
Yeah.
do it. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, no, for sure. And you know, and yeah, if you can pull this off, like it will be in, or when you do pull it off, like it will feel even much better because yeah, you can go for the social media management stuff. You can start some small, sell for, you know, a few $100, $1,000, 2,000. But it's
yeah,
like imagine if your first deal is like 6 grand a month. Like
yeah,
that changes. Like it's not, see, most people think that, oh, your life changes when you know, start making 10, 20K, 30K, 50K, 100K per month. That's not actually true. Your life changes the moment you know that you can close a $6,000 deal
Wow. Yeah.
from
Yeah.
your own efforts, like from nothing, from just idea to just having someone send you money. Like once you can do that, you're like, oh wow, I can do this 100 times. If
Yeah.
I do this 100 times, I'm making multiple six figures a year. If I do that another 1,000 times, I'm a millionaire. I was like, okay, cool, fuck it, let's do it. You know?
Yeah.
And that's that first. Oh my bro, like yeah. So yeah, fuck the little deals, bro. Like we're gonna go big.
Yeah.
Cool.
Trust me. I mean,
Yeah.
it makes sense, man. It makes sense. Like
Yeah.
they ain't no there's no point focusing on
No.
smaller offers when when there's
Yeah.
money to be made.
For sure. 100%.